Welcome to another episode of the Academy Sports Show right here on whatever mode you're watching us on. Right here on Facebook, right here on YouTube. However you're watching, we appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for joining us here on today's show. It is a Monday evening, 7 p.m. It is the 1st of March, 2021. Man, the time is just going by. If you want to be a part of the show or if you want to be a contributor, get those comments going. You can comment live on Facebook or on YouTube. Your comments will show up on the screen. Or if you're feeling froggy, go ahead and say, hey, I want to be a part of this conversation. We can go ahead and send you a link today. Make sure your camera ready and we'll get you on here. You can say your piece. If you want to follow the show, make sure you follow us on all our modes of social media, being IG, Facebook, and the most important is YouTube. We can't stress it enough. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live. I got mine. Did you get yours? And that way, you know, every time we go live, you can be a part of the show. We do run scheduling routine, but, you know, life gets in the way some days. So when we go live, you'll know about it. We want everybody in here. And if you're in here now, please just share. However, whichever way you're watching right now, share so we can get some more voices, some more comments in, because the best way we can grow is with your help. So I'm your host, Andre Douglas. Sitting next to me is your host, Joel Williams.
What's up, everybody? It's great show here tonight. We're here. We're in the building. It's March, and so far, I think, knock on wood, 2021. We're moving along. We're moving along. Yep. I mean, by this time last year, boy, oh boy, right? So we're moving along. Big show ahead tonight. Can't wait to get into it. Y'all, you guys, I mean, you know how we do. So we're going to want to hear from you tonight because we have some things we must discuss. We have some things we must discuss. We're going to talk about the NBA. As always, the NBA is being the NBA. That's what they do. One of the biggest questions right now, Lakers, are they still your favorite? We'll talk about that. Injuries right now are out there. Some teams aren't showing up until, or some players aren't returning until after All-Star break. A lot of stuff happening. We'll share our thoughts. Plus, over the weekend, big games happened. New NCAA rankings are out. Michigan is number 2. We'll share our thoughts on that. I am repping tonight.
When it's ripping time. When it's
hat on. We'll discuss our thoughts. A couple weeks ago, we shared a little 2 cents about whether or not we thought they were for real. Was it Gonzaga, Baylor, and then everybody else? Well, things have changed since then. My dad's in the building. Said, let's get it. Cleveland! J.J. Watt is in Arizona. So rumors are abound about other guys coming our way. Free agency on the mark. Also, we continue our journey on our top 25. Tonight, we go 15 to 11. Last week's list was revealed. From the looks of things on social media, Dre_on_air has come back into the fold, and now there's a lot more competition. He may have even taken the lead in the debate of whose list is better, although we have pretty much like the same guys, but okay, we'll see.
Different places. Come on, respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah. Same guys, different spots. We'll see. So we'll reveal. So get your top 25 list ready. 15 to 11 tonight. Remember, we're not revealing our whole list all at the same time. Put your list in the chat. We'll post it on air. And remember, anything you say or do will be held against you in the court of the Academy Sports Show. Tonight, that much more. Let's get it.
Let's get it, shorty. So I didn't make a slide for this one, but in your post today, you talked about a little bit about the All-Star game. Did you have anything about the All-Star game? Are you okay with the All-Star game happening with no fans? Is this something that you were clamoring to see this year, or like, you know, usually the All-Star game is, you know, lots of shots up, and then, you know, last year's formats of the total amount each quarter kept it competitive. But a slam dunk contest without any fans, 3-point contest without any fans, skills without any fans. How you feeling about that?
I feel some type of way about the NBA right now anyway. So I might just be all messed up for this season. But until I see an arena with some people in it making some noise in some sport of importance, that is when I think I'll start to have some energy and some excitement about this.
Okay.
Right now we got skills competition and 3-point before the game. Then you have the game and you have the dunk competition at halftime of the game. It feels forced to me. It feels like the NBA is just trying too hard on this one.
Yeah.
Just let this one go. We didn't play it this year. Just let it go. The players don't want to play it. The part of what is All-Star Weekend is the people. Mm-hmm. Now, interestingly enough, if you just surf social media enough, you'll see there's going to be a lot of people in Atlanta because it ain't a lot of mask wearing happening down in the ATL.
Very true.
So if you want to go somewhere and get into some trouble on All-Star Weekend and maybe catch COVID, Atlanta is the place to be.
And a little sprinkle of COVID.
A little sprinkle of COVID. Cases are going down, but there's a little sprinkle. Kobe said, lame game. I have to agree. I mean, yeah, I have to agree, man. The intensity level won't be there. I mean, these guys are professionals. I know they're going to put on a show. They do it all the time, but I'm just not as excited. Usually we're going to gather at somebody's house. We're going to watch this game, enjoy. Then usually take the Monday off because it's usually President's Day. I mean, it's just all off this year. So I don't know. This is like, to me, the reset year. Let's just get through it. Let's work back towards normalcy. And then in the fall, everything comes back to life and we're ready to go.
Yeah, I think they should have skipped it too. I mean, you're not gaining nothing out of this. You're actually pissing them off more because they thought they was going to have the week off. So I don't want to see a dunk contest with no fans. Then it's just dunks without people going. With
a machine that goes the whole time to make us think there are people there.
Yeah, no, I'm straight. It masks a lot better during the NFL. I think the NFL season went a lot better because in a normal NFL shot, you don't see the fans.
Right.
All you see is field. But without fans and stuff like that in the NBA, it's just weird. Just watching it is weird. The reactions is weird. So All-Star game, I guess, but everything else is I mean, I could do without.
Can you believe we're living in a pandemic? It's unbelievable.
It is pretty unbelievable. It is pretty unbelievable. All right. So for everything else, let me go ahead and share my screen, and we can get this thing crackling. All right, sir. Slides are back.
Slides are back.
So you said it before, J.J. Watt. You see him, I superimposed him there on the left next to Kyler Murray. Picture already had Matthew Stafford in it, so I was like, okay, let's just make it work. I didn't make it. It could have been a lot better. I was like, okay, we get it. All right, so pick 'em. Now with the news of J.J. Watt headed over to Arizona, all the turmoil surrounding Russell Wilson. If he's staying, he's going. Him and Pete Carroll not at odds. Matthew Stafford entering the L.A. Rams facility, and Jimmy Garoppolo just crapped on all offseason. Who wins the NFC's pick 'em? Let's go. Who you got?
Wow, early. This is way too early.
Super early.
I'm going Seahawks. The Russell Wilson drama is overblown. I mean, talk about trying to
blew it up. It was him. He did it.
All he did was say, it's important that they continue to build properly. I mean, that's not the exact quote, but I think the point he was making was that's it. And on top of that, if I were to go, this is where I would like to go. But then it turns into this, he wants to leave. Oh, he's about to get traded. Overrated.
He made the hoopla. He did this to himself.
I know, but I think it's being blown out of proportion. Just because you're a player that says, if I were going to be traded, here are the places I would go, doesn't mean I want to get traded.
It's O.J. Simpson. If I did murder him, this is how I would do it. So like you're asking for attention at this point. Like I don't. Just keep your mouth shut, or play for the team, or don't play for the team. Don't go. If I were to leave, this is who I want to go to.
All right, that's fair. I'm still going Seahawks because I don't think he's leaving. Okay. I don't trust the 49ers because I don't trust Jimmy Garoppolo yet. The year they went to the Super Bowl, he took them to the Super Bowl. No, he didn't. The defense took them to the Super Bowl. Yep. He was a game manager, as they would say. Yep. We have no idea what the Matthew Stafford experiment is going to be like in the Rams, albeit I hope it's successful. And I would just love for the football gods to find a way for the Rams to play the Lions here in Detroit one of these seasons, and he torches them. And then J.J. Watt to Arizona is like boom, boom, boom. Like I don't see. To me, Arizona is. They seem to always be this team that's kind of like we're like, oh yeah, this is it, and then they just go, and so they kind of fizzle out. So I don't know if that team's ready to ascend yet. I'm gonna go Seahawks all day because that team to me is, in regards to coaching and in regards to personnel, they do know how to go get people to try to make that thing work. And Pete Carroll does a really good job up there. And I think, Russ, you're talking crazy if you really are trying to start a fire.
All right, that makes sense. So
your cousin said, "Let's go 49ers."
Yeah, most definitely. You already know, man. You already know. Big Cuz, that was his wearing his hat today in honor of him and the life that he lived and the sports that he loved and all the comments and support that he's shown us in this show over the years. So I had to represent for him today. But he would be disappointed in me because I'm not picking the 49ers. I got to keep it real too, man. You know, they just, I don't know. They just, the defense is great, but is Garoppolo, are the weapons enough, and things of that nature. I'm actually going with the Rams on this one. The defense is ready-made. The receivers work well in that skill set. I think they're a tight end away. They got the offensive line that protects, and they found a nice young running back combo, actually. And then you just add Stafford in there as a piece that McVay actually wanted. Seahawks had a lot of holes last year. Remember, they kept dwindling lower and lower on our top 5 list every week because one week they would look really good, and the next week their defense would get torn to shreds. So – and I just don't trust Kyler Murray quite yet to take this team to the next level. This team has all the tools as well. The defense is well constructed on every level. Running game, but at the same time, you got DeAndre Hopkins, who made his stake for, top 3 receiver in the league, top 2 receiver in the league last year.
Right.
So once they get the play calling down and figure out what they are offensively, I feel like Arizona would be a strong, great team to watch, but I'm going with the Rams on this one. Sorry, cuz I can't go. 49ers, I'm with you, but I had to go with the Rams on this one.
Nice.
All due respect. All right, next up.
Hey, hail to the victors, valley, hail to the conquering heroes.
All right, pick 'em. Who's the real number 1 team in the country?
Hail to Michigan, the leaders in pass. Gonzaga.
You set that one up. I tried to get you.
Yeah. Come on now. Gonzaga. Gonzaga's the real number 1. They are legit. They're legit at every position. They're big. They're long. They're athletic to an extent. They got a big fella. They make shots. I mean, this team's really, 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 really good. Of course, every year that we get a team that we feel like we can win national championship in Michigan, there's always some team out in the world that we have to deal with. Can't just get a year where we just can work it without this drama. But yeah, the real number 1 right now is Gonzaga. But The conversation is real, though. You know, before we talked about does Michigan belong in the Baylor-Gonzaga conversation? Well, guess what? They're in it. Baylor lost.
Get out of here.
Michigan's up to number 2.
Got some first place votes. We talked about that last week.
Yep. And they've beaten some legits. They got a tough game tomorrow against Illinois, a top 5 matchup. And if they run that, then you could argue that maybe that's enough to put them at number 1.
You don't think the strength of schedule puts them there now?
You could argue that. I'm just from the eye test of watching both of these teams play. I think I still will go Gonzaga, just from watching their games and seeing how they look. Because I'm just tired of hearing about them, so I was like, okay, I should probably go and since I have to speak it, I have to say something about it. But my only thing with Michigan a couple weeks ago was winning tough games, being able to, kind of show us that they can do all of the different things that different games take, and they've done that. There is no hole in neither one of these teams. I just think from the eye test, and Gonzaga's slightly better. But if I had to pick who would win a game, my outside of fandom, I would go Michigan.
Make sure you had to put that part. You had to specify that outside of fandom.
Yeah, outside of fandom, I would go Michigan. But I still think right now, I think it's one of those, any night, either one of these teams could beat each other. But right now, Michigan wins tomorrow over Illinois. That's another top 5 team within a 10-day span. I don't know. It's tough. I think Gonzaga is edge out right now. To me, and Gonzaga's undefeated, right? I got to give them credit for that.
But does that matter? Like I said, with strength of schedule, with Big Ten is obviously a strong conference right now, if not the strong.
If Michigan had lost to a powerful team when they lost, then okay, but they lost to Minnesota. So to me that was a bad loss. The way they lost that game, they didn't have starting 2 guard that night, but they looked really bad that night too. They've been 10 times better ever since. So I don't know. We'll see. There's you got a lot of people peaked there. You got a lot of people talking on this one. Let's see. Derek says, sounds like you're describing Michigan. I am, because they are very similar teams. Tony says Michigan's number 1. Derek said Michigan's legit. Has just as many pros as Gonzaga. Michigan plays D as well. I agree there. Jay Suggs is a stud, though. That's from Gonzaga. The loss to Minnesota after 3-week break and on the road. No, I think the break was – let me check.
Right after that.
I think the break was right after that.
Right.
Yeah, I think the loss to Minnesota came before the break. They haven't lost since coming back from the break. Yeah, because their first road game coming back from the break was Wisconsin, and they were down 16 at halftime. So I think they lost right before the break.
So Gonzaga's wins are against a 13th ranked Kansas at the time.
Mm-hmm.
A 6th ranked West Virginia, 21 Virginia, and a 5 Iowa. I don't know if those was rankings at those time or those are their rankings now.
Iowa's that's right now. Iowa's a really good team too.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3.
And although they didn't play 4. Baylor, got canceled. They were supposed to play Baylor.
So that's 4 teams in the top 21. All right, so let's see how many.
Michigan, half the Big Ten's in the top 25.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's got straight the schedule. Gotta play a factor in here somewhere.
I think it does, because I think it says that they're a lot closer than people were giving them. I think they're proving they are a lot better than people were giving. For some reason, people just weren't giving this team any credit. But
they played Wisconsin twice.
Yep,
Wisconsin,
they blew them out once.
Ohio State, Iowa, Purdue. Is that it?
How many is that? That's 5.
Yeah, and then they got Illinois, and then
you got home and home with Michigan State.
Michigan
State.
State.
Talk about trap games.
Trap. Oh man, Jesus.
Home and home against Michigan State. One of those is a trap game.
Thursday, Sunday.
Yeah,
trying to set us up. Okay, I'm just going to push you over the edge because I feel like you're there, and I just want to give you permission just to go head first, man. I want to give you permission just to say it. Just go there. We're all there with you. Read the comment section. We are all there with you. You don't have to be that guy today. Just go with it. Just call it.
Nope, can't do it. This was a setup slide because I think Gonzaga edges Michigan out right now in this debate.
My heart says Michigan can get them. You said in a one-on-one matchup, man.
If I had to listen, if they were playing each other and I had to pick a team, I'm picking Michigan. My heart's gonna pick them and my head's gonna pick them too. And the thing to me, I think that that would allow me to pick Michigan is Derek pointed out Jay Suggs, right? So I feel like defensively, Michigan could hold him in check, quote unquote. Like that's kind of dangerous there. Mm-hmm. And then they got a big fella. I think it's Kispert, who I think Dickerson's underrated as a defensive player. That big body, he moves his feet. So I think the team defense and the presence of Dickinson inside, I think they could edge this team out and beat them. I think it would be a shootout. It would be a slugfest, but I think they could win. I think Dickinson comes back, Derek. I think he comes back for one more year, but that's it. I don't think he's a one and done, because I think he has some things from at a professional level that I think he would get exposed right now, like his footwork against guys who can pull him away from the basket, which, as we know, in the NBA, a lot of big fellas can play away from the basket as well. So that's kind of hurt him sometimes. He gets that second foul early in the kind of sometimes in the first half. He's got to go to the bench. It's usually if you're playing a smaller big. So I think he does one more year in this system, and you got a guy like Juwan Howard along with the other assistants who can really teach him how to be a big man in the NBA. But I think he's gone after next year. Franz Wagner, gone. Everybody's saying he's the best pro prospect on the team. He's probably not coming back. The window is wide open right now, and there's a chance to win a championship this year. And the number one recruiting class is coming in next year, so the window's going to stay wide open.
I just read up an article. Everyone's saying Gonzaga hasn't proven itself this season is dead wrong. Before conference play, Gonzaga beat Kansas, Iowa, and Virginia by a combined margin of 46 points. And they also knocked off West Virginia.
I don't think they've lost it. Like I know they won a big game, but I don't think they've not beaten somebody by more than – it's something ridiculous. Like their average margin of victory is like double digits. It's like their games aren't even close, and it's everybody that they're playing. It's not just their cream puffs that they're playing they're blowing out, but the big schools that they have played, like they're pummeling everybody. I just don't think that they could do that to Michigan.
Michigan's winning margins: 11 Minnesota, 11 Maryland, 27 Minnesota, 23 Wisconsin, 24 Maryland, 17 Purdue, 17 Rutgers, 22 Iowa, 16 Indiana. They popping the people they need to pop to.
Yeah. Michigan's being a dominant team. Like when they're coming up against somebody that they're supposed to beat, they beat them. Yeah. When they come up against a tough opponent, they grind out. The other thing I enjoy watching is their pace, like their offense, the way they flow. You can tell there's an NBA influence on this squad, and he's got great coaching, great assistants. Guys who really know the game, legendary coaches, people who have been around the game, college and NBA, great mix. But the way they run their offense, I mean, the pick and roll sets they run, the way they move the ball from side to side, the way they dump the ball down low, Dickinson pushes it back out, or he takes it, they share. It is fun to watch. I can't wait to see this game tomorrow. And hey, if they beat Illinois next week, I might be going crazy. It's a tough week, man. You got to get to Illinois and 2 Michigan State games. And Kobe said something about hoping that they get through it. I can't repeat it because I don't want to jinx them. So let's just leave it at that. You're right. Let's just get through this weekend because the Big Ten tournament is next, and then you're pretty much playing a Big Ten home against in the NCAA tournament because all the games are going to be in Indianapolis.
Listen, if Juwan gets 2 in a row against Michigan State, give him a statue. It's been a while. It's been a while. You understand me? You beat him in the same week twice. Statue.
Okay.
Statue.
Because
the other guy ain't even sniffing it. He's nowhere near.
He might be Michigan State.
He did. But I was referring to the other guy. All right. Last but not least on this, appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the engagement on today's show. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Last on the list, pick 'em. Boom, 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 boom. Did it show up? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Pick 'em. NBA champion. Woo. LA Lakers or the field. When the season started, it wasn't no preseason, but when the season started, we was on here, Sports Dash Chief was on here. We was talking about how great this roster was, how well-rounded it was with veterans, guys who could put the ball in the bucket. But right now they're going through a rough patch with the injury to Anthony Davis, LeBron putting on more and more on his shoulders. They went through a 3-game losing streak at that time, got blew out by the Jazz, and everybody else is starting to crank it up. Tatum had a great game the other day. Giannis, I forgot to put them in here. Giannis had a great game. Brooklyn is together. The Clippers are still there. Utah, the number 1 seed in the West. Philadelphia putting it together. I'm saying, who you got? You still riding the Lakers, or you going to take the field as a betting man?
If I'm putting my money on it, I'm going with the field.
Ooh.
I'm going with the field. All the reasons you just named are almost feel like an insurmountable situation for this Lakers team. Because you just named a lot of stuff. Now, do the Lakers have to get through all of that? No. But Utah, come on, man. They're real. But can they do it in the moment?
Right.
We know the Clippers, but can they do it in the moment? Because we know them in the moment. So ultimately, it's what they will do out west. Here's the thing. I have lost faith again in Anthony Davis.
Ooh, in his health?
Yes, the dude never stays healthy.
All right. You remember when he got that extension, he was like, I ain't never healthy, so I had to go ahead and take this money. They was like, you could have waited for a bigger contract. He was like, nah, I'm going to get hurt, so I'm going to go ahead and take this money.
This dude's never healthy. And it would be hard-pressed to believe that LeBron could take the Lakers all the way there without a healthy AD. I just don't see it. The dude is Superman. I get it. But if he don't have his Robin, they are vulnerable. And you're looking at it. Now, yes, don't put a lot of stock in the regular season, even in the COVID shortened regular season and all this weird stuff. But at the end of the day, no AD, no championship. With the AD, chances are a lot better. But right now, I'm taking the field. I'm taking the field. This is not my prediction, though. I'm just taking the field because this is the question you're asking.
I mean, but easy enough right now. Yeah, no AD. Of course, it's the field. But at full strength, though, here's the thing that I got against the Lakers right now. Yes, AD's hurt. But even when AD was playing, they were still trying to figure it out, right? They looked great in some games. Some games, they were still trying to figure it out. Now you lose this big, huge piece, and then you bring them back, and you still got to figure it out again. Guys' roles are being defined and redefined as everything ebbs and flows. Is Schroeder a third scorer, or is he the leader of the second team? Is Kuzma going to step up, or is he just a guy? You understand? So LeBron putting everything on his shoulders. He's waiting on AD to come back. Is that breaking down LeBron? So it was great to see them, give it to the Warriors the other day. LeBron only played like 20-something minutes.
Right.
So, he's trying to keep the miles off, but they still got 2 top 5 guys on their team, top 10 guys. We'll figure that out on our list coming up in a minute. But they still got 2 top guys on their team. I think it's 2 teams on this list. I'm not counting Philly yet because they don't have a definite closer in the perimeter. Like Embiid being their guy, racking up wins, they can make it to a Eastern Conference Finals. I believe in them that much. But having your big be your best guy don't work in this NBA that much, especially if he's just a paint worker. Boston, I love Tatum and Brown, great duo. It's just something's missing. Don't know what it is.
Always has been.
It's just something's not there.
Every year, they're missing.
It's not the point guard because both of them like the ball in their hands, so the point guard don't have to be dominant. Is it the big? I don't know. Something's not there. The Clippers, they got chemistry issues
all the time.
It's just, Kawhi's just not a leader, a vocal leader, somebody that, people think like at the end of the game, Kawhi got us. I couldn't put stock in that, him being a leader of a franchise. Great player, top 5 player, great skill set. But him being the leader of that franchise is showing that they're having chemistry issues. So that leaves us with Brooklyn and Utah. Brooklyn's bad. Brooklyn's a bad team. Can they all get healthy at the same time together? That's yet to be seen. Kyrie's going to be out. KD's out till after All-Star. Now it's just the Harden show. Can Harden crank it back when they all get together? That's a scary team, man. And I don't, but Utah's the one. I think Utah is a scary team. Yes, they're number 1 in the West. Who's guarding Donovan Mitchell? I think Shaq unleashed something on him. Shaq unleashed something on that man. It's like Aaron Rodgers, right? You pick somebody to take my spot, I'm going to show the league what I can do. Shaq unleashed something on Donovan Mitchell, and he's going absolute ham right now. And you got to think Gobert and AD might neutralize each other. LeBron ain't playing the perimeter against Donovan Mitchell. The way they play basketball as a team, everybody's getting their shots. They play team defense. Utah is scary. So I'm going to still pick the Lakers for now, but Utah is really scary to me. What we got?
Man, the Utah factor. Utah is 3.5 games out in front of everybody. 3.5 games in front of the Lakers, 4 against in front of the Clips, 4.5 on Phoenix, 5 on the East. So Philly's the closest thing in the East to them. When it all settles down, a lot of those things, for some reason, in the NBA fizzle away, and you end up with usually the team that's got the best athletes and the biggest stars. Which, if you look at this picture, you'd say that's Lakers and Nets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm still standing by my prediction that the Nets aren't making it out of the East. I'm going to stay there for a while because I still don't know what that team is. So to your point about putting it together, the Lakers are going to have to do that. The Nets are going to have to do it as well because they can't seem to stay healthy all at the same time either. The last team that I remember, that I can recall, that had to put it together like this after you make these trades and you get people in was the year that the Cavs were getting I think they were getting Shaq. LeBron was still there. And they were just bringing all these pieces, but people kept getting hurt. And finally, about late March, early April, everybody was together. I think they had 2 weeks left in the regular season. It was all like, we can still get it together. They made a run, but ultimately they fell short.
Mm-hmm.
People blame chemistry. Lakers of the field. Utah, to your point, is super scary. There are other teams in the West that can get hot. Denver can get hot. The Clippers can get hot. Is Phoenix for real? Dame can get hot with Portland. So, sometimes matchups just don't work well. And I haven't been super impressed by the Lakers this year. Part of it is health. They haven't all been together, but I just haven't been impressed by it. So we'll see. I'm taking the field today. I'm not taking the Nets. I'm taking the field.
Taking the field today. All right. James said only if AD stays healthy, but you already know. LOL. Yes, he does not stay healthy. Kobe said Steph said people are still pissed at how dominant they were 5 years ago. I would be too. Sir, we were supposed to get revenge in football this year on the team. Yeah. You understand me? And I'm still holding to it. They still gonna get this work.
When we still get this work. They gonna get 2 years worth of work.
They gonna get 2 years worth of work. You understand me? Right. You gonna beat me like that to my face? Oh yeah, you gonna get this work. So that's real talk. Tony said it's either the Lakers or the Nets. Think about what happened last year. Clippers, this Clippers that and Bam in Denver. Yep. Or Bucks or Boston, but the Heat crashed. Yeah, I can't put the Heat in here. They're coming to shape right now, but I don't think anybody really believes in them. I think that was all bubble ball. That was a testament to their fortitude in that environment. But in the regular season, people caught up to that, right? And then Duncan Robinson ain't getting off like that. Tyler Hero ain't getting off like that no more. Jimmy, is he a guy that, they can put the whole franchise on his back? And Bam got paid. So, the thing is, when people get paid, they take a little bit off the edge-wise. So, I don't look at Miami as that kind of team. The Bucks, that was my fault by not putting them in there. But, I don't look at them either. You don't see them as they're a legit contender. But I like in the East, I like Philly, Boston, and Denver. Philly, Boston, and Brooklyn better.
There are teams in the East, those three that you named, they can close a game. I can't give it to my star if I'm the Bucks. I can't give it to him and say, go give me a bucket.
Yeah.
Go. Just walk it up the floor, one move, step back, knock down game. I can't do that with him.
Yep.
So I don't believe in that team because they're easy to defend in the playoffs. Pack it in. Hey, guys, they got to beat us 4 times like this. Our goal is pack it in, make him a jump shooter. They got to beat us 4 times before we beat them 4 times. I don't think they can do it. We're getting out of this series with a win.
All right, so that's all I got for the slides today. Appreciate you guys once again. Thanks for commenting on all the topics today. Please like, share, and subscribe to Everything Academy Sports Show. The best thing about this show is you all commenting and participating in the show. We thank you, appreciate you after all the years of love and respect. We appreciate y'all and we love and respect y'all back. Thank you for being a part of the show. Share. All right. Get into the top 25 season. Top 25. This is something that we do every year. Joel, you want to break down the top 25 to them?
NBA top 25. We do it every year. This is our current top 25. Current top 25. No rules. You make your list. You stick to your list. It is your list. It is your list because of what you want it to be. You can put people on it however you want them to be on it. The biggest thing we push is you get to make the rules of the list. You want to use injured players. You want to use guys that aren't playing this year, but you believe they are still by brand top 25. They could be on your list. That's fine. We're introducing tonight 15 through 11. We've already done 25 down to 16. We're on 15 to 11 tonight. Again, this is in our own personal opinion. No real rules here, people. No real rules. So feel free to challenge what you want to challenge. Let's take a look at the list. All right, so
this was the post that I put up last week. Thank you guys for engaging on the polls. Make sure every time we put a poll up, make sure you vote on the poll. I can see when you're skipping the poll, damn it. Just don't skip the poll. Vote, okay? All these votes between me and him, they count, okay? They count. So appreciate everybody who voted in the poll, man. Thank you so much. And you know why I appreciate it? Because this week, this guy got the most votes. The week 1, 25 through 21, that was him. That was all him. Everybody was with Ja, Rudy, Ben, Pascal, Siakam, and Zion Williamson. Everybody was with that. But he lost them week 2 Because you know why? Because he started off with Russell Westbrook at number 16. He finished off Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, Donovan Mitchell, Bradley Beal, Trae Young. I went Paul George, Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown makes the list. So these are how our top 25 bottom half have rolled out to be. We did 25 through 16 so far. And like Joe said today, it's 15 through 11. Is that right?
Yep.
15 through 11. Well, I gotta chill, man. You believe in Heat Nation? Oh, listen, James. That's that was a real fandom comment, brother. I can tell who team you root for, but you gotta think to yourself, this team ain't built right now. It ain't. They are pieces away. They are pieces away. Great coach, top 5 coach in this league right now. Jimmy Butler, a top 18 talent, top 17 talent. He's good. Bam Adebayo, probably a top 25 talent, but they are missing some things to be competitive, James, man. I ain't hate, man. I'm just trying to do my job, bro. All right. So that said, I'll go ahead and remove that. Let me whip my list out. Sir, you want to start off with 15?
All right, 15. I think I have a feeling as I'm looking at my list is going to be controversial this week. Because I feel like people here who should be higher.
He's hedging, people. He is hedging. This will be the clip for next week. He is hedging. Go ahead and hedge.
It's okay. Number 15. This young man signed a huge deal. He has a vet on his team now with him. Shoots the lights out. This changeover to getting a point guard allows for him to expand his game and not have the ball in his hands. He can now move about the floor, catch it, shoot it in rhythm. Very important. But he's leading his team. They are currently right now number 4 in the West at 22-11. None other than number 15, Devin Booker.
Devin Booker finally makes his appearance on Joe's list. A little higher than mine. I had Devin Booker last week. Devin Booker makes the 3rd week for Joel. He's in the top second half of the league for him. I'm not mad at that at all, sir. I'm not mad at that at all.
Hard for you not to be, considering he's at number 15 for you.
All right. He was what? He was 17 for me. He was 17.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 2 spots ahead. At number 15 for me, I got the man putting up big numbers. I got Bradley Beal at number 15. The guy's a walking bucket. I mean, listen, he put up 36 the other day in a losing effort. Unfortunately, a lot of these big buckets are in losing efforts. The Wizards aren't a good team. I'm glad the NBA still honored him with an all-star nod because he definitely deserves it. Hey, James, Miami gets Bradley Beal. Now you're talking. He's definitely a trade piece out there that a lot of teams think that he could take them over the edge. Consummate professional, doesn't say anything wrong about the organization that he's with. Thought he was going to get something in Russell Westbrook, but realized he just got to do even more because he's more of a detriment than an add to that team. But at number 15, I put Bradley Beal making the list.
I would go there. Now, here's my only question about Beal. I had him lower. I had him at 19. Because is this a product of him not having anybody that's ball dominant on his team anymore? So, like, is he good enough to be on this list where he is for us? Or is this production happening by default because of the way his team is built? He hasn't shown this ability to score over the years, and now all of a sudden he can score 30 to 40 a night.
Yeah, it's a mixture of both, but I believe in a positive way, right? You know, when him and Wall were playing together, he was a pup in the league. You know, right. it was just them two. He let John Wall do his thing, and he was the complimentary player. Right. John Wall was hurt for like 2 years straight. He had to step up, If he remained the same player, then people would be like, he's not evolving. He's Ben Simmons.
Right. He's a Giannis with no jump shot.
So, I love his evolution. The guy, he took the franchise on his shoulders. Like, okay, if John's not going to be here, I'm going to be that guy, and I'm going to do everything I can to get a bucket and help us win games. Unfortunately, it's not resulting in wins, but you understand what kind of ball player he is. A guy that can drop 50 to 60 when he's in a rhythm, 40 easily, and 30 is light work. But, he's a guy that can do it, and I believe that he deserves to be, at the spot that I gave him on the list.
All right. Where are we going? 14?
14.
At number 14 for me. Some might believe this is low, but I'm going to be honest with you. I did this because, to me, he fell off in the last year. And then he did a lot of talking and gapping on the outside. And it's like, bruh, you haven't even been playing. And he's usually hurt. He gets hurt every season as well. But he fell down on my list a little bit because he did not lead them last year like he should have. He was supposed to be the man there while KD was hurt. It's none other than one of my favorites. Won a championship for my city. I appreciate it. But I put him in. I bring him in right there at number 14. I'm going Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie. This is one of the few times so far in this list that we have the same person at the same spot.
Hey!
I got 14, Kyrie Irving as well for those reasons that you gave and more. He's the third fiddle right now. He's the third guy. He had to take the backseat to KD and James Harden, and rightfully so. I mean, that was a good move for him. But he did miss most of last season due to injury. I feel like he could have came back in the bubble, but he chose not to.
That was another part that burned me up. That annoyed me because that team, to me, needed one more guy.
Mm.
That team needed one more guy. If that team, the youngsters, the way they was balling, and I enjoyed watching Karras carry it. But the way they were balling, if they had one more guy, then it would have been interesting to see how that worked out. And he did all that talking, and then you could have came back, but you didn't.
Yep. So it's easily to me to see why he's not inside the top 10 like other people might have him. It's just his production. When he balls, he balls. When he plays. But his role is smaller. Yep. And there's other guys that are doing, better things as the first or second option. He's the third option in this dynamic. So he got diminished a little bit in my list. So
yeah, Kobe, poor LeVert, man.
He made top 15. He's sitting at number 14 for me.
Poor LeVert. Poor Karras. What a waste of a good talent. What a waste of good talent. All right, coming in at number 13. Another point guard, staying in the point guard family.
Now this is egregious.
This is egregious?
This what you're about to do right now, ladies and gentlemen, turn your TVs up. Turn your phone up. This is egregious.
I don't know. As I look up this list, I can see maybe one guy that maybe shouldn't be up there above him, but all the other guys I think are up there.
Okay.
And I'm ready to say why, but I'm gonna put him here. Here's why. Yes, does this dude take over? Yes, he does. Every year in the playoffs, we get to watch it happen, and you get amazed by how he puts his team on his back and he carries them. But they always lose. They always lose.
Everybody always loses.
No. They make a run. They beat a team here, beat a team there. Unless it was the Warriors back in the day.
Not that egregious, Kobe.
I'm not crazy. All right. Unless it was the Warriors of old, which if they got them in the first round, they'd always try to make us feel like they were gonna win that series, but they never would. Yeah, they're dangerous. Yeah, this dude can send you home. He can. But he literally cannot do it by himself. He does it for a little while, but it ends up catching up with him.
Who can? can do it by themselves.
Well, some of these guys above him definitely have. So I gotta go right here at 13. I gotta go Damian Lillard. My 12 through 1, I feel like are currently better top players in the NBA.
Dame time.
Like, that's the only thing we're giving him, right?
Did you see what he did to the Bulls 3 weeks ago?
The who?
I mean, come on, man. It was just
the Bulls.
He ain't got no help. And you gotta give him credit for not having help and still winning games.
It's in the top 15. I'm giving him credit.
Oh, man, Dame is low, bro. Dame is low.
It's quiet. All is quiet in the chat, so there must not be a lot of rebuttal to that.
Dame is quiet, bro. I mean, that's quite low, bro. Hey, we're not seeing Dame today on my list. I'll tell you. Okay. We're not seeing Dame today. At number 13, we talked about him. They're in the number one. He said the who? And at number 13, I got Donovan Mitchell. I got Donovan Mitchell at 13. This guy has progressed a lot, putting the Utah Jazz on his shoulders. You see his game evolve, put up multiple 50-point games in the bubble against Murray. And, I mean, this guy, he's very deserving of a top 15 placement as a two-guard. Mike Conley takes the balls out of his hands, so now he can roam freely around and do the things that he does. So I got Donovan Mitchell at 13.
All right. No argument from there for me. Number 12. All right. Now it's time to get a big man some love. This big fella, though, he got a nickname. He's earned that. Not as athletic as the other big that is dominating the game today, but the guy can make shots. He shows you every once in a while a great pass here and there, dribbles it up. I think there was a great highlight the other night. I think he brought the ball up, made a great pass on a break. So the guy can do everything, and he's really slow at it, but it's big. It's with force, and it's with nimble. What is Kobe is just killing LeBron tonight. But this is where, for me, the big fellas come into play, because I think after this, you got to go back to the guards and the forwards. I got one more big fella a little later, not this week. But as far as the bigs go, there are two that I think of in the league right now. One is the Joker, one is Embiid. I would have to go Joker, and then I would have to go Embiid, then Joker. So on my list, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to come in here at number 12 with the Joker, Nikola Jokic.
The Joker. All right, big fella making his appearance. Not quite yet for me, because I got a stud that I want to get off the list first. I got a young guy. I already got his running mate on my list at number 20, Jaylen Brown. So at number 12, I'm going Jason Tatum. Tatum and Brown, two great duo, great wing. When's the last time you seen a great wing duo? Like right now, the wings are like, if you don't have a good wing, you're in a tough spot. They got two of them.
Yeah.
Got two of them. So Jason Tatum, he can take over a game. He can finish a game. He's definitely a young superstar. I put him in the same bracket as him and Donovan Mitchell and Devin Booker. Those young guys are definitely the new faces of the league. So I definitely see posters and billboards and commercials with him coming soon in the future. His big extension this year. So Jason Tatum, I'm going to go ahead and put him at number 12. Not quite top 10 in the league yet, but this time next year when we do our list, I expect that he will be.
So he's on my list, but he will not make an appearance this week.
Okay.
So I feel like he has ascended into the top 10. So he will be here next week. I agree with you. He's definitely ascended. I liked what they did prior to Bubble Ball. I was disappointed in them last year when they got to the bubble. And I know they battled, and I think they ended up losing to Miami. To me, I felt like they were better than Miami, and they should have beaten Miami. But I also didn't think that they had a true identity of what type of team they really want to be. With Kemba being there, with what's the thug's name? The one that
Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart. You know exactly what I was talking about. So
I know it's a particular group of players you do not care for.
Yeah. So like I was disappointed with like how they were functioning as a team. Like they couldn't decide, do we play through Tatum? Do we play through Kemba? Is Marcus Smart somehow the glue that holds us all together? Do you play through Jaylen Brown? I felt like Tatum and Brown were still trying to figure out because you have two ascending players kind of at the same time, with Tatum being, I think, a little higher on the trajectory. But definitely a duo that could be worth something. But they disappointed me in the bubble. But I think he's there, and I think he has the chance to be top 5. But I agree with you. I don't debate your spot. I think it's a good spot for him and give a good background on why he will be on my list next week for sure.
Jason Tatum coming soon. Jason
Tatum for sure.
All right, let's round it out with number 11.
All right, number 11. Like I said, this is an easy one for me. It's the bigs. I'm not giving this guy MVP this year. Everybody's like really on this guy's. Oh, he's this and that. Oh, he's doing this and that. I like to see consistency.
You're getting rid of the bigs way too early, bro.
No, sir. No, sir. Not with who's left. I'm looking at my list right now with who's left. I'm not putting Embiid. There's one person maybe because he's been sucking, but it's my list. I'm going Embiid right here, and here's why. I know everybody's on the Embiid train this year, but it's just this year to me, and this year's quirky. It's an off year, so you got guys that are playing better because they found their rhythm faster. Philadelphia, that's the same team. Like, this is the same team that can't really get right anyway, but they got Doc Rivers, so you never know. But at the end of the day, Embiid can be a dominant force. But up until this year, to me, he didn't know what he wanted to be. The dude thinks he's a point guard sometimes. He wants to cross people over, take fadeaway jump shots. Bro, go on the block and catch the rock and go to work.
He's been doing that a lot this year.
Yeah, he has this year, but it took getting cussed out by Shaq, getting talked about by Barkley and them every Thursday when they would put the 76ers on. Like, no, what are you doing? Then he's crying. Then he's talking trash. Then he wakes up and he feels like he's going to be, he's the Baker Mayfield of the NBA. Now he's dangerous. Now I got to find my happy place and play. I got to play when I'm happy or play when I'm mad. It was just too much for me.
He's the 2020 big man. That's what they do now.
Listen. If this Embiid finishes this year out being dominant, going into next year, come around this time, and we're talking NBA again, he'll be in my top 10. But right now, he's just outside at number 11, Joel Embiid.
Ooh, you got the two of the 3 best bigs out early. They out.
I think there's just wings. There's wings like Buffalo and lemon pepper, baby. There's some wings left that we got to give respect to.
Okay.
And there's some youngsters left that we got to give respect
to. Okay. All right. At number 11, I put the beard. I got the beard at 11. One outside of the top 10.
Are you talking about James Harden?
I'm talking about James Harden. We submitted these lists 3 weeks ago. So I understand that, in these last 3 weeks, he's been cooking. And I give him all the cooks that he's been given. He's definitely been cooking. But, the whole tumultuous situation with Houston, not giving all the effort. My basis, I'm not, talking about bubble or none of that other stuff. I'm talking about this season.
You're challenging this man's character is what you're saying.
In this season, he was a butt face. He's not one of my favorite people. I would definitely say that. But he's definitely been cooking. He's definitely been doing his thing while he's been a Brooklyn Net. But there are other people that I feel like deserve to be top 10 more than him. Now, this is definitely a slide from previous years. I believe James Harden, I had him in the top 7, top 8 the last couple years. But he fell out just because it was too much of the one-trick pony. He takes advantage of the rules. He knows how to get to the free throw line, and that's the game that he had to play in Houston. Now we're seeing in a more evolved game. Listen, we all gave LeBron a pat on the back for leading the league in assists last year. He evolved his game. He sacrificed it. James Harden's doing the same thing right now, and I believe he deserves more of a pat on the back on the way he's playing in Brooklyn. He's sharing the ball. He's facilitating the ball. He's starting the offense, and he's carrying that team while KD and Kyrie are hurt. So I give him all the flowers and all the roses for that. But it's just other guys on the list, guys that you said already, 3 in particular, that I believe are better than him in their position in the NBA. I can't give him Jokic. I can't give him Embiid. I can't give him over Dame time. I would take all 3 of those guys over him. So he made the list this week. He's number 11.
You slid James Harden because he was being a butthead. Not because of, like you said all that. Let's just call it what it is. You don't like him. This is controversial, sir, because you are not penalizing him for basketball.
I am
him because even while he was being a butthead, when he played the handful of games he played in Houston this year,
don't say he was good. Don't say he was good because he was lackluster out there.
I mean, he still scored the ball.
He was lackluster.
He scored the ball still. I mean,
as Draymond said, he was dogging it.
He was dogging it, but he was still scoring the ball. You're penalizing this man for character.
That as well as there's other guys better than him.
Wait, this man was top 7 in your list. I think I would argue he might have been number 5 on your list, but let's say top 7. You slid him to outside of the top 10 because of 20 games?
You want to do 10 through 5 now? So I can tell you the 5 guys I definitely picked over.
You already said 3 of them.
You already said 3 of them.
No, I mean, what I'm saying, you said I named 3 of them. I'm going to argue Harden over Embiid, over who the other 2?
Jokic and Dame. Embiid, Jokic and Dame. Harden, I don't know, bro.
Right, let me ask you this. If Harden was your number, let's say Harden was your number 7 last year. You're saying that Dame, Jokic, and Embiid have slid into position and Harden has fallen that far?
Jokic over the last year made it to Western Conference Finals. Right? Embiid, way better this season. Dropped a 50 bomb not only 2 weeks ago.
He was just crying 10 months ago.
Playing way better basketball and in the MVP talks. And Dame is Dame. Dame is still putting 40-piece nuggets out here on people and got the Blazers in the playoffs without CJ Cullum, without Nurkic, and without Collins. 3 good players I will put in front of James Harden.
But what you're seeing right now from James Harden, I know you said you submitted the list before what we're seeing right now from James Harden, but what you're seeing right now from James Harden isn't like, oh my God, James Harden. It is the superiority of offensive basketball, James Harden, that has now decided to share the basketball. So you know that guy already. Mm-hmm. He's a guy that has historical context that you could easily have said, I'm going to slot him in at 7 because he's James Harden regardless.
Right.
Lawrence, I hear you taking the shot at me, but speak on this, sir. Speak on this, James.
I don't think you're getting too much help on this, man. I mean, James Harden is not a coveted guy out here that people just want to put in their top 10s.
Kobe just said, Rodney, this guy. Tough guy, Rodney.
Shout out to Draymond. Rodney Magruder.
Come on, man.
Listen, the 3 guys that you said on your list today, I did not say today, whether they're a week from now or 2 weeks from now. I got Harden today. I choose those guys before I say before I said James Harden's name.
Okay, so say it's because you just don't like him and it's character. It has nothing to do with his basketball.
That's a factor, but I'm not bending on that. That is a factor, but also he dogged it the first half of this season.
He dogged it for like 20 games.
He dogged it.
You know who James Harden is, though, right?
I know who James Harden is.
Right.
All right.
James Harden is arguably in some people's list a top 5 player.
Character issues got him. But as well, the other 3 guys that are above him that you put on here so far, I put them above them for the reasons I stated previously.
Embiid's got his own character issues. The dude has bad dreams and he wakes up and can't play basketball.
You're mad because he's emotional. I'm mad because he stopped playing basketball in the middle of the season. Which one is more egregious right now?
No, it wasn't the middle. It was the beginning. Harden won it out.
Okay, so he acted like a baby to get his way. He said he didn't do it the right way. He agrees that he didn't do it the right way. You're mad at a guy for being emotional, competitively emotional of the game that he's playing.
Competitively emotional is debatable. He's emotional. I don't know about competitively, but I'm not mad at him. I didn't penalize Embiid for being emotional.
Yes, you did. You had him on your list today. That was
the reason But the reason I have him there is because this Embiid today that we are seeing, this is the first time you've seen this Embiid. This is the Embiid that everybody thought was Embiid. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, okay, he's being the one we thought. Now he's in the MVP conversation. James Harden left the MVP conversation for 20 games. And now he's coming back. And you know the James Harden that's on your so next season when we do this, James Harden's back in your top 7.
We'll see how the season goes. I play mine season by season, sir. Season by.
Believe this, we will not forget the jump from 11 to where he jumps to next year. And if he jumps to 7, you better put Embiid, Jokic, and Dame in your top damn 6.
Listen, every year we do this list, it's before the season starts. We had the luxury of being games into this season when we started the list, right? So that impacts the list as it is today. That is my criteria.
True.
So his dogging it the first 20 games of the season, it impacted his status. So Kobe, since you're not going to vote on the poll, I want to know, be the first one to vote right now.
Kobe, he viewed it and didn't vote.
Since you're not going to vote on my polls, Kobe, I want your vote today. You understand me? Who wins week 3 of the list? All right? My list as of today, right now, forever and always. 15, Beal. 14, Kyrie. 13, Donovan Mitchell. 12, Jason Tatum. 11, Harden.
That Harden is egregious, bro.
You about to say a lot worse than me right now.
Harden is egregious.
Go ahead. Go put 2 of the best 3 big men in week 3. Go ahead.
Yeah, wait till you hear the rest of the list. Ooh. 15, Devin Booker. 14, Irving. 13, Lillard. 12, Joker. 11, Embiid.
Vote now.
Tell me you can't name. Tell me you can't name 10 players. Tell me right now you can't name 10 players better than those 5. I dare you. I'll wait.
Tell me. Say again. Tell me.
You can't name 10 players better than the 5 I just named. Come on now.
Because those 5 players, 3 of them, they are in my 10 best players.
I'm talking about the audience. Obviously, you have your list.
They are in my top 10.
I got 10 guys that I can name that are better.
Listen.
We're not – listen, let's be mindful. We're not – so, to your credit, right, Harden Nets Harden, you had already made your list, right?
Right.
Embiid being Embiid, that's been kind of happening, but he's come on super strong. He's late. So our lists are definitely impacted by the ebb and the flow of the NBA season. I went Embiid historically. You went James Harden 20 games. You canceled James Harden's history.
I added this season, like we said before, prior lists, we did it preseason. We are in season while we're doing this list. So
and you
season.
You dropped my man 4 or 5 positions because he was a jackass for 20 games.
And the 3 guys that you've named already are in my top 10. I value them more than you do.
Yeah. All right.
Vote. Don't just watch me. Vote. I want the votes today. And don't vote against me because I'm being demanding. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. I really would like you to vote right now. All right. So that's it. The poll will be up this week. So make sure you follow us at Academy Sports Show on right now.
Sure. We need the poll. There's gonna be a lot happening on our page. So make sure you're following it and make sure y'all participate, man, because we're gonna be referencing it a lot.
IG is where you need to go at Academy Sports Show. And I can see who skips the poll. You understand me? 40 views, 6 votes. It don't work like that.
We need those other 34 votes.
It don't work like that. Don't
actually 35 because one of those votes was mine. 36 because one of those was Dre's. So that means 4 of you voted.
So listen, don't skip the poll. If I gotta redo the poll every single day and can cumulatively add everything together, I will because I want the engagement. Okay, you just don't want to do it today. Okay, you want to see all the facts in front of you. I got you.
Yes, compare the whole list.
I got you. All right. See, look at him trying to figure out a way to get out of it.
No. I got 10 guys better than my 15 through 11.
I got 10 guys.
One is debatable. One of them is debatable. Now
you're debating your own list before you even get
one of them I question a little bit.
You started this whole list by hedging your bet. So you disqualified yourself.
That's not true.
You just after I look at this, I realized I was tripping.
I know.
That's how you started.
Never said that.
That's how you started off this list, man.
Never.
All right, so make sure you follow us on all our modes of social media, man, so you can vote on that poll. It shall be up, and we need your votes. Joel needs your votes this week. You understand me?
Funny.
In the eye of you. He
needs
your vote.
Clay is not on our list.
No. Clay got disqualified.
Both of our lists, we disqualify players that are injured out for the season. Remember, no rules on this one. You can, if you want to put Clay on your list, go right ahead. We've had people reveal their list here on air with us, and Clay was on their list.
Yeah, after the season started.
Yep. Yeah, we did this. Yeah, we basically started this 3 weeks ago. So we were voting at the time.
Yeah. You know, we do reference bubble ball too. He didn't play in bubble ball either.
Right.
So hopefully he's back next season. He'll definitely make the list, and other people will be out. So if somebody else decides to slide, don't be mad because another top 10 player is coming back from injury. Okay.
I hope he doesn't get mad for 20 games because he'll slide on your list. So doesn't matter.
Boom. I'll take them all.
I got a shot. I got to shoot back. You've been firing at me for the last 5 minutes.
I have not.
You have. Joe needs your votes. This is a we thing. This is our show.
All right. Well, once again, we appreciate everybody watching. And now is the time to pay the bills. We appreciate our sponsors here at Academy Sports Show. One being Mr. Mike Vance Plumbing. Both licensed and insured. Vance Plumbing provides top quality services at top quality services at great prices. Whether it's getting up to cold, waterproofing, the daily home services, we suggest you call the man.
313-304-7786.
VancePlumbing.com. Gives you a map of all the areas that they service as well as the services that they provide. But we suggest you call the man.
313-304-7786.
Because that man right there is in the top 25.
Hey, shout out to the people in Texas. Kobe, hope you guys are doing a lot better down there. Weather warmed up. So now I know you guys are just trying to kind of recover day by day. So big shout out to the folks down in Texas. And since Kobe, you listen to us regularly and follow us regularly, we appreciate it. But we hope you guys are doing well.
I'll take that, Pop. I'll take it. I'll take it on the chin. It's fine. I'm not gonna say bias, but it's fine.
No, and look at what he did though. He spoke to his reason to show that there's no bias.
It's fine. It's fine. I believe that. I would never say that about you. I would never.
You said it already.
I did not. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Once again, I said at the beginning of the show, I'll say it now. It's nothing without you all. Without your engagement, without you likes, follows, subscriptions, pushing it, sharing it. It's nothing without you all. So please continue to do so we can get more and more people in, more and more opinions. And thank you very much for subscribing to the Academy Sports Show and helping us out throughout the years. Once again, IG, Facebook, and YouTube being the most important. Make sure you go follow, subscribe, and trigger that notification bell. That way you get that notification on your phone every time we go live.
All right. Are you gonna I don't want to make it weird, but I'll ask. Are you gonna state openly we're dedicating this, or do you want to just keep it?
I was gonna do it when you tossed it back to me.
Oh. There you go. Yeah, consider the toss back.
Well, any final things you want to get off your chest before we go?
No, I mean, big game tomorrow, Illinois. Michigan, that's going to be a big one tomorrow, 7 o'clock ESPN. Look out for, like Dre said, just look out for our posts. We're going to be talking a lot. We're making a little noise, and I'm about to learn how to repost things properly and stop being an old man. Repost things properly on social media. I feel like I'm getting aged by my phone. So we will see how this goes. I got to recruit my kids to help me out. But no, we appreciate everybody joining us as always. And going forward, we just want to continue to stress that. So that along with just let somebody know if they've got nothing to do, or even if they're doing something, and they can plug in, put an ear pod in, headphones in, and keep working, but they want to listen to us on YouTube. They can't watch, but they can still listen and hear some great sports talk. Just do us a favor and share, let them know, and have them chime in, and we look forward to being able to entertain you guys every Monday night.
Most definitely. Listen, I got age shamed by my kids too. My son is 7. You understand? You know how to work the TV better than I do. All right. I tried to screen share something on the TV. He was like, "No, Dad, you go here and then you go there. All right, there you are. There you go."
I know how it feels.
I get it, brother. We in this together. I feel you.
Yes.
But yes, we want to make our presence more known on social media. We want to get more people in, do more things interactively with you all. So please make sure you share everything that you like. When you see the post, make sure you like it, make sure you share it, and all that other good stuff. But like Joe said, man, I just want to dedicate this show, and I appreciate my brother for letting me do so. To my cousin, he passed this weekend, to Reuben Gardner. He's like my dad's first cousin, my second cousin. I think he was 54, 55. A staple in my family. Great man, great soul, great light. His favorite team was the 49ers, so that's why I'm rocking the hat today. I had it express shipped here today so it can make it here on time for the show. It's one of these snap hat back things, so it's holding on for dear life right now. It's holding on for dear life. So I couldn't find a fit in enough time. I went to Liz and everything, tried to find a good one, but they didn't have an 8 sitting there for me, so I had to go this route. But I just wanted to pay homage to somebody who supported me, who supported us, who supported the show, and just let them know that support never went unseen or unheard. So thank you for everybody for the prayers. He's my cousin, but it hurts me to the core. But he's got a wife, he's got kids, he's got grandkids, he's got siblings that are all hurting really bad right now. So, whatever I can do to ease that pain, or whatever I can do to honor his life, I'm going to try to do that the best way I can. Last time I spoke to him, he gave me great advice on trying to get a house. That was his profession, so he was always a call away. So I appreciate you, Reuben, man, and I thank you for being a light in my life. So with that said, man, hold the ones that are most close to you dear, squash all the beef, and just love one another.
That's very well said, brother. Very well said.
All right, y'all. Till next week.
All right. We'll see you guys. Enjoy the game. Enjoy your sports week. We'll see you guys here next Monday, 7:00. Peace.